Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news now. If you've been paying close attention to the NFC landscape, you've probably heard some whispers about a potential blockbuster move involving the Giants and the New Orleans Saints. And let me tell you, it's not just some rumor floating around. This could be a game changer for the Giants' offensive line, especially at the right tackle position. The buzz is that the Saints are willing to part ways with Tallis Fuaga, a rookie tackle from Oregon who's been making waves this season. And if the Giants can pull this off, it might just be the boost they need to finally solidify that offensive line and push for a real playoff push next year. Sources close to the Saints indicate that they're open to trading Fuaga in exchange for a first-round pick in 2026, plus a fifth-round pick the same year. Now that might seem like a pretty hefty price, but when you look at Fuaga's incredible talent and potential, it starts to make a lot of sense. This kid is a human wall on the line, and at just 23 years old, he's already showing a lot of promise that reminds many of Trent Williams. In 2025, Fuaga posted a PFF pass block grade of 94.2, putting him right up there with the top offensive tackles in the league. What's more impressive is that he allowed 0 sacks over 612 snaps. That's elite protection, folks. His run blocking is equally impressive, with an 88.9 grade, and he's allowed only 18 pressures all season long. This guy is durable, too. No injuries, no setbacks, just pure dominance. His early career at Oregon saw him transform from a star into a pro-ready tackle, blending power with finesse, and he's rapidly becoming a fan favorite. Many analysts compare his style to Trent Williams, with a mauling approach that can change the dynamics of an offense. The Giants, with their current struggles along the line, especially at right tackle, see Fuaga as the perfect piece to stabilize that spot. Right now, the Giants are giving up an average of 42 sacks per season, and their offensive line ranks dead last in the league at 29th overall. Evan Neal, who was supposed to be a cornerstone, has been a disaster with a PFF grade of just 54.2, a far cry from what the Giants expected. Adding Fuaga would immediately upgrade that position, bringing a much-needed boost to the protection of Daniel Jones, giving him more time in the pocket and reducing the pressure that's been mounting all season long. And that's not just about protection. Fuaga's presence would also open up the running game, which has struggled at times. With his ability to dominate in the run game, the Giants could see their rushing yards per game jump from around 98 to over 142, placing them firmly in the top 10 in rushing offense. That shift would make their offense more balanced and unpredictable, giving Brian Daboll even more options to attack defenses. Plus, with Andrew Thomas anchoring the offensive line at left tackle, the Giants could finally have a unit that resembles the classic Cowboys OL of the 2010s, an elite, dominant force that can control games. From a strategic standpoint, adding Fuaga isn't just about fixing one position. It's about transforming the entire offensive identity. With a stronger line protecting Daniel Jones, who's had his ups and downs but remains a talented quarterback, the Giants could finally unlock his full potential. This move could also have ripple effects in the draft and free agency, giving the team more flexibility to address other needs. It's a move that signals serious intent. The Giants aren't just building for the future, they're building to contend now. Now, let's talk about the playoff implications. If the Giants manage to land Fuaga, they instantly improve their odds of reaching the postseason. The betting odds already favor them at plus 5,500 to win the Super Bowl, but with a stronger offensive line, those odds could jump significantly, maybe even to plus 2,500 or better. Fuaga's ability to protect the quarterback against fierce front sevens, especially in matchups against teams like the Eagles, becomes a real X-factor. His presence would be a game-changer in high-pressure moments, providing the extra protection Daniel Jones needs to make those game-winning throws or extend plays. It's about building a foundation that can withstand the toughest defenses and sustain success over the long haul. And let's not forget, the Giants are in a crucial phase of their rebuild. After a tough 2-8 start, there's a clear need for stability and improvement. The offensive line has been a glaring weakness, and many of the issues can be traced back to inconsistent protection and inexperienced players. Fuaga could be the missing piece that takes the Giants from an average offense to a formidable one, capable of competing with the best in the league. His rookie season stats are just the beginning. With proper development, he could become a perennial Pro Bowler and a cornerstone for years to come. Looking ahead, the Giants' coaching staff, led by Brian Daboll and his staff, are probably already weighing the pros and cons of such a trade. If the Saints are willing to part ways with Fuaga for a relatively reasonable price, it could be a no-brainer. The team's front office has shown a willingness to take calculated risks to improve, and acquiring a young, talented tackle like Fuaga would fit that mold perfectly. Plus, with the cap space they have and the possibility of extending key players like Olave and Kamara, the Saints are in a rebuild mode themselves. They're prioritizing cap flexibility and youth development, which makes trading Fuaga a rational move. For Giants fans, the excitement is building. We've seen flashes of brilliance from our offense, but consistent protection and a solid right tackle have been sorely lacking. If this trade materializes, it signals a clear statement. The Giants are serious about contending and winning now. It's about transforming the offensive line into a strength that can carry the team through the playoffs and beyond. The potential pairing of Fuaga with Evan Neal and Andrew Thomas could turn the Giants' offensive line into one of the league's most feared units, giving Daniel Jones the protection he needs to lead this team to new heights. As we look to the future, it's important to remember that moves like these aren't just about immediate gains. They're about setting a foundation for sustained success. The Giants have a talented core, but the protection has been a weak link. With Fuaga's arrival, they could finally have that anchor on the right side, allowing the offense to operate at an optimal level. And in the NFL, that's often what separates good teams from great ones. The Giants are positioning themselves to be among the latter, and this potential trade could be the first step toward a new era of dominance. So as we eagerly await official confirmation, it's clear that the Giants are making bold moves behind the scenes. The possibilities are exciting, and if they pull the trigger on this deal, it could be a game changer for the team's future. Fans, get ready to cheer even louder. The Giants might just be on the verge of something special, and Fuaga's addition could be the spark that ignites their offensive revolution. With a revamped line and a new sense of confidence, the Giants are aiming for the stars, and this move might be just what they need to make that leap. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest New York Giants news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, New York Giants fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential trade? Are you excited about the idea of adding Fuaga to the squad? Do you think he's the missing piece to turn this offense into a powerhouse? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinions matter so much to us, and they matter even more to the Giants. Remember, this is a team that's always fighting, always striving for greatness, and with your support, they can make it happen. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest New York Giants news. Let's keep this conversation going. The journey to another Super Bowl is just beginning, and every fan's voice counts.